Um, so what prompted you to seek nutritional services?
Because I feel like I don't eat healthy and I need to get some help on eating healthier and know what to eat.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Have you ever gotten nutritional advice in the past?
No.
Have you ever like gone to like Jenny Craig or anything like that?
No.
Do you think you might?
I would rather have you help me.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so what I got, I put together from your food journal that you gave me a while ago. I put together an analysis for it. So I just have all your common nutrients here, and so I have your recommended intake, just based on your body weight, your height, and your age. So I have that on the top, and then underneath I have what you're actually intaking in that. So for example, like carbs, your actual intake is 173 grams. So you can notice that, and then I just have that below that you're 112 grams short of being the minimal recommendation. So that's just all throughout the entire package. You can see. So those are the common nutrients, and then I have your vitamins. So then I have categories with these ones. So I have within appropriate range, and then what are all of these vitamins, and then you're inadequate in vitamin D, and I'll go through this once I finish showing you, and then last I have what you're exceeding.
How do you exceed in vitamin A?
So that's just from all the from your food journal. I put it into this whole network. It's called iProfile, and that spits out just all the that spits out all the all your vitamins and minerals and what was in your food.
Yeah.
So just from that, I just had you weren't exceeding it's called your upper limit, so that's like the maximum that you can go to. You were just exceeding your recommended. So it's not like dangerous or anything. It's just like just your recommended was just about that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then lastly, I have your minerals. So I have so same with vitamins. It's within and then exceeding. You didn't have any that you were inadequate in for minerals. And then at the back of the packet, I have 3 recommendations that I am going to give to you. So first one is increase carb consumption, and then I have symptoms of deficiencies, but that's major. Like that would be going on like a very invasive low carb diet, like even like cutting out carbs completely. So
like
that's
the
just
keto diet or something like that would do that.
Well, that's keto. So, oh wow, big question. So keto. Did you get that from there?
Yeah.
So ketosis is just the increased amounts of fat in the blood. So with the keto diet, do you know the keto diet?
Yeah, a little bit.
So how it's high fat and like low carb.
Yeah.
So with that, if you are going above and beyond with the keto diet and you're doing like large amounts of fat, like you're really committing to it, then that could lead to ketosis in major cases, like in severe cases. So here I kind of explain it. So for instance, with the low carb, it says eating less than 130 grams of carbs each day. And so that leads to the buildup of ketones, they're called. And then that is what breaks down the fat into the blood, leading to the large amounts of ketones in the blood, and that's the fat. So that's like severe of deficiencies in carbs. Okay, and then
Interesting though, because I do get headaches and lack of energy, and I do get nausea sometimes.
yeah, so that for sure is that could be related to the low carbs that are in your diet. Because carbs mainly, like that's where we get our energy. That's if you are, I see athletes a lot. It's carb load before a big race or whatever. They're building up their energy. So that's probably where, like, if you experience that you're tired at work, or you can get most of your energy just from coming from carbs. And I know lots of people are worried about weight gain with carbs, but I feel like if you're eating the correct amount and the correct, like, healthy kind of carb loading, like, for instance, like, fruits that have traces of carbs, I have it here. So raspberries, and then are 5 grams, and then at the bottom I have raisins, and they're 21.5 grams. So like that, for instance, wouldn't, like, I can't say it wouldn't contribute to weight gain,
Right.
but
Just if you ate too much of them.
for sure.
Yeah.
And like those are just like the healthy things that you can get some energy out of. So I can go into that a little bit later. And then my second recommendation for you was to increase your fiber intake. This I just noticed was a little short. Like, for instance, it was 9 grams short of meeting the minimal recommendation. Do you know, like, what fiber does in your body?
It makes things move through your body.
Yeah.
Doesn't help with your blood sugar too.
Yeah. So for instance here, fiber deficiencies. So I have symptoms listed. So constipation, blood sugar fluctuations, and then higher cholesterol. And then I just have basically what fiber does in the body, and then foods that have lots of fiber. As you can see, like, lots of people just kind of think of like bread
Yeah.
muffins kind of thing.
Yeah.
But as you can see, like, carrots have a decently high amount of fiber, and then what I was kind of shocked about is raspberries have a lot.
Yeah.
And then your obvious choices are like oats, barley, just stuff like that. So we can go into that again later. And then also what I noticed about your meal plan, you skipped a lot of meals throughout your week. Do you just run out of time, or?
With my work, it's hard to be able to get breaks to eat properly, and I need to prepare better, and that's why I need your help too.
Okay. Do you have any ideas? Like, do you have a day that you could pack lunches and make food and get that all ready for the rest of the week?
Yeah, and I try to pack lunches and take snacks, but then I sometimes don't have time to eat them, but it's also just prioritizing to eat them.
Okay. Do you have ideas, like, for specific snacks that you would like?
No, I'd love ideas.
Okay, for sure. So what we can get into this now. So I kind of also in here, I listed like the timing that you can get throughout the day, and just trying to find like little bits, and even just trying to eat like every 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
That would
Like, help.
Yeah, especially with energy, and like, so you wouldn't feel so much fatigue throughout your day.
Want more coffee?
Yeah. And I noticed in your meal plan as well, you had a latte every day. Yeah. So I feel like if you had even snacks like every 2 to 3 to 4 hours, that would for sure contribute. That would for sure contribute to your energy, and I feel like you would probably notice like a big difference. And you could probably still have your coffee, for sure. Just not. You might not even feel like you need it as much.
Okay.
And then so we can go back. And then also, just on the last page here, I have the 3 recommendations that I'm giving you, and then just some links where you can get additional information. And I have actually with me those links, I printed them off for you.
Oh, thank you.
No worries. So I have, this one is for skipping meals. So just like what a healthy menu can do for you, and I even for here, just for one, like a healthy menu planning for one.
Okay.
Just like for you at work, and like so it's quick and easy. And there's a sample menu as well, just of things that you can pack on the morning before, the night before you go to work, and how they can contribute to your health and your energy and everything.
Oh, thank you. This is great.
And then, so I have that one for skipping meals, and then I have guidelines for increasing your fiber and steps you can take.
Okay.
So there I have, it's lists certain foods that are high fiber and are healthy for you, and then it also like further explains from my package the requirements for like your body and the recommendations and what fiber actually does in the body.
Okay.
And this one just does the exact same thing but for carbs. So yeah, you can even see here like it provides energy and like protects against like certain immune system stuff or like diseases and everything for your body. So
That's
those
great.
those are the 3 resources for you.
So I see on here it says added sugar. So I'm in my lattes as having almond milk, but then I switched over to soy milk with sugar.
Okay.
Which one would be better to have?
So I would mainly recommend just to kind of decrease that sugar intake a little bit. Just to probably stay with almond milk and soy milk. I would just make sure that the almond milk isn't flavored. It's kind of just like regular, like their normal original almond milk.
Unflavored? Okay.
Yeah, just because usually when it's flavored, it adds more sugar. You can see that when you're looking at the nutrition label.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to kind of limit that sugar intake a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. These are really great.
No worries. So would you like to go through the nutrients and everything?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay, so what I got from your food log is, so mainly you're within your recommendations with most of your stuff. It's just I feel like the main thing that contributed to some of your nutrients that were short were most likely skipping meals.
Okay.
So I would just kind of, I feel like if we balanced out your calories instead of like, I just noticed how throughout the week it's very like minimal foods, like it's not meals or anything, and then on the weekend it is like you're having kind of bigger meals. Do you find that? So I feel like just evening out your calories would work best first, and then I feel like that would change a lot of these answers, and you wouldn't be inadequate or exceeding lots of your vitamins, minerals, and like common nutrients.
Yeah.
So
it's planning better too, right?
yeah, for sure. So I feel like that step would go a long way.
Okay.
So I can for sure help you with getting sample meals and like for instance just making muffins on the day that you have off and then keeping them in the freezer, and then as soon as you want to take them to work they'll be defrosted by the time you want to eat them, right?
Okay, yeah.
Just like stuff like that, and then just like having even just like a bunch of snacks for work and then having a meal when you get home, just and then eating whenever, like the timing wise, like the 2 to 3 hours kind of thing. Okay, so there's just your calories, just being able to get up to the recommended amount.
Okay.
So just evening out each day, having each meal and having the accountable calories per day would even out the whole week.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep. Yep. So that I'm not just overloading on a couple days. can even throughout. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay, and then you are just increasing carbs, and with the package that I gave you, so you're just 2 grams short of protein. So you're right in where you're supposed to be, I believe, like just right below. And then fat, you're good. You're right in the middle of the kind of range right there. And cholesterol, I was actually pretty impressed by that. Your cholesterol was a well estimated amount. Usually, adults are seeing like higher cholesterol and higher sugars.
Am I an adult?
And then just increasing fiber. And now I'm going to give you this afterwards so you can fully go through it on your own time. And then with your vitamins, I just have kind of which vitamin, like what the
Should I be
function
taking
is
a
in the body.
supplement?
Honestly, what I have learned mainly from my course and my education and everything is that you can get most of your vitamins and most of your minerals out of your diet. And lots of the time, like, it's really, really rare that you need to be consuming a supplement. I feel like the only vitamin that's really kind of recommended, obviously by your doctor, is vitamin D, just because we as Albertans don't get enough sunlight, right? But even that you can get out of food sources like meats, fish, mostly salmon, and then it's honestly, and I have some food sources that you can get out of it.
You got that really detailed. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Honestly, finding it throughout your diet is where you can get most of your vitamins and minerals that you need.
Okay.
I have, just like how I said before, you're within most of your vitamins, and then just the only one you're inadequate in is vitamin D. But that one, I remember you were just below the recommendation.
Okay.
Sorry. And then minerals. So I have the same. I have your recommended intake and then your actual intake and then the function. And then just with these as well, you can get them out of your diet. And then the ones you're exceeding, so sodium, you weren't over the like danger zone kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you were just a little bit high. So honestly, just watching
Labels?
Yeah, the
Okay.
nutrition labels. And then maybe
Interesting. I wouldn't have thought that.
yeah, and then magnesium you weren't too bad, just 32 milligrams. And then I just have the kind of overconsumption, what it can lead to, but that is like how I said before, just severe.
Right. It's
Severe
kind of
cases.
to keep in mind.
Yeah. Just going into, you can look at the details when you would like. So just going into the recommendations, you can get lots of this in more detail within the packages that I gave you.
Okay.
So just going over it, increasing carbs. Do you feel like you can?
I think I can. It'll just be hard because you kind of get in your head that you shouldn't have a lot of carbs, but
for sure. And I know your goal is kind of to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the number one focus right now is probably evening out those calories. And then once you've done that, I feel like we can
focus more on
the losing weight.
Okay.
Because even there you might see
I might
a little
lose
bit
weight
of changes.
because I'm eating properly.
Yeah, just trying to get that health, right? Like trying to get your nutrition and your vitamins and minerals and your nutrients and everything balanced out. Just getting all that, just so you're not skipping meals and
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, like how we were talking about before, just like the lack of energy, the headaches. That honestly, if you just have like as snacks,
Yep.
if you could consume like raspberries or like asparagus, peppers, just stuff like that,
Yep.
That can contribute to your headaches
Okay.
or
It'll give me more energy.
yeah,
Okay.
for sure. Okay, we're at 20 minutes. Where's your fish? Okay. And then so for fiber, just so how you said about the blood sugar fluctuations.
Yeah.
Just so you can read here, fiber delays the absorption of sugar, and so it helps control blood sugar levels. So increasing fiber intake could get your blood sugar to like a more stable.
Is that why apples are good? Because apples have fiber, but they also
They have that like natural sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so you have that, yeah, fiber-rich foods, and then so increasing fiber intake, and then what also is a great kind of note to have when you're looking for high fiber foods in the grocery store is so reading food labels, and so 2 grams of fiber. 2 grams of fiber is a good source. 4 grams is a great source, and then 6 grams is an excellent source.
Will you come to the grocery store with me and just kind of show me how to read labels?
Yeah, I can if you'd like.
Yeah.
We can arrange that kind of.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's kind of just I usually keep that in the back of my head, and just then you actually know. Like usually, I know when I was younger, thinking like 2 grams of fiber, like that's not. Like that doesn't seem like that much, but that's actually a good source.
Okay.
Yeah, so then I just have like some tips and tricks, and then like what deficiencies can lead to, and all that. And then next I just have the meals.
And not to skip meals. Okay.
So just like, so I explain like why is it bad for you, and like and then I also explain like overeating, just kind of getting into that mode of barely eating throughout the week and then eating more on the weekend. Just kind of that unstable kind of state for your body.
Yeah.
And even then you can, like obviously skipping meals can contribute to your energy. So how I said before, just like evening out, and then that is contributing to how you'll feel, and you'll probably feel that boost of energy
as soon as I start eating properly. Well, maybe not as soon as, but
yeah,
pretty quick.
Yeah,
okay.
For sure. Yeah. Do you have any questions?
I'm really excited, and thank you for all this information too. I'm looking forward to just sitting down and reading it, and then I'll probably have more questions for you.
Yeah, for sure. You can always contact me.
Okay.
Through my email, how we were before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then here is your package.
Thank you.
No worries. So you can look at all that, and if you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to contact me or anything. Or if you want to look at labels and everything,
yeah,
we can for sure do that.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you for putting up with the.
You're welcome.